What is up, everybody, and welcome to this episode of the Start, Build, Grow Show. We are a show dedicated to helping entrepreneurs be successful in the contracting trade space. So you are going to want to stay tuned. Ten questions with Randy Brothers. This time, the focus is on leadership, how to build a winning team. Here we go. Question number one. What qualities do you look for in new hires? I've had a lot of employees and a lot of people I've hired over the years. And one of the things I'm really looking for is tenacity. I'm looking for people that embrace challenges, people that want to overcome obstacles, people that are naturally self-motivated, somebody that really wants to learn, wants to grow, and somebody that doesn't want to just, clock in and clock out. We've built our team with people that can contribute to the team, be a part of the vision and a part of what the company's trying to do. So one of the big things is tenacity and self-motivation. Another one is self-awareness. I can't really teach self-awareness. So I want people that are self-aware and that are humble, people that are hungry, and people that are really smart and they're really good at interacting with others. Number two, how do you foster a positive work culture? First off, culture is created. You have to actually be intentional about creating the culture you want in your business. And the way we go about doing that is first having clearly defined vision and values for the business. If everybody knows the values and everybody knows what the expectations are within the organization, when you hire people, you're asking them questions and you're intentionally looking for new people that fit that culture. So that's the first part of building a positive culture. But at the end of the day, the culture of a business is a direct reflection of the leadership in the business. And it's not just myself. I have partners and there's other leaders in the organization, but how we conduct ourselves outside of work hours and who we are outside of 9 to 5 contributes to the culture of the business. So I really work hard to try to be, as good of a person as I can be inside work, outside work. Obviously I have plenty of flaws and there's, challenges like anybody, but I just try to be really genuine and lead by example and hire people that fit our culture that I can connect with, that want to help build and grow a great business. So that's how we build and maintain a positive work culture. Number three, what's your leadership style and what is it and why does it work for you? So my leadership style, I guess you can sum it up, is that I like to really lead with empowerment. And what I mean by that is I'm not a leader. I'm not a person that's gonna, stand over your shoulder. I'm not gonna, be the person that's micromanaging. I'm not gonna get involved in every little detail of the business because I don't believe that I can be my best version of myself, and I don't believe that others will be the best version of themselves that way as well. So how I lead is I try to create a vision, create an idea, I create a concept, and I present that concept, present that idea, present that goal, present, the vision of this is what we're trying to accomplish. And then I try to empower my team to go out and execute that. And then I become a support, right? If they need my support, great. But I feel like if you hire great people and you do a good job really sharing that vision and empowering them to have the autonomy to make decisions and to make mistakes, that great things are going to happen. So that's how I lead through empowerment. 4, how do you keep your team motivated during tough times? Man, we've had lots of ups and downs, and I think the way to keep people really motivated when things are down or things are tough is one, being transparent, being vulnerable, being open and honest about situations to an extent, and being able to, be a human and understand that, I'm not always going to have all the answers and that we're a team. And I think like creating that team environment and being open, honest, humble, and sharing challenges when they come up will really like show you what your team's made of. And your team, and what my team has done in our challenging times, is really stepped up and really dug in to get us through those tough times and worked really hard to get us out and get us past those things. So just be honest, be transparent, and take ownership. All right, number 5, what is the key to retaining top talent in the roofing industry? First off, in order to recruit top talent, in order to get top talent, you got to build a top company. you got to build a company that people want to actually come work for, right? So I believe that I have to create a brand, and I have to create a reputation, and we have to create a culture that people actually want to come work for and be a part of, right? Human nature tells us that people want to be a part of something. So as a leader and as a visionary for my company, I want to build something special, build something bigger and better than just roofing and making money, right? So we try to have, things that our company does when it comes to our culture and our culture events and our team building events and things that bring people together, that really create an environment that people want to be a part of, and that's bigger than themselves. And I think that helps a lot with retaining. Also pay well, right? I want to make sure, yes, I have high expectations, and I believe we need to as leaders. I have high expectations for the people around me because, like I said before, I don't want to micromanage. I don't want to have to oversee and look at every little detail. I don't want to get caught up in the minutia in the business. I'm a visionary. I want to keep the thing going forward. So if I have great talent around me that allows me to do that, and in doing so, people feel empowered, and people, want to be a part of it, and they stay around a long time. So that's how I retain top talent. Number 6, how do you train your team to deliver exceptional service? Training is so vitally important in your business, right? We create standard operating procedures, and we define everyone's roles and responsibilities, very intentionally, and they know what their requirements are to do their job. And we always have ongoing training. So every single position in the organization, we can train people for those jobs and what their roles and responsibilities are going to be, by creating documented processes and creating videos, Loom videos, and different things that we can do to help them, understand their job. And anytime I can find any sort of external training, sales training or production training or anything like that, any other types of training, training on softwares or training on Excel spreadsheets or training on anything, we try to let our team, go get external training whenever possible. So training is a vital part of an ongoing position in the business. It's not just hire somebody, train them for a couple minutes and hope they do well. We're constantly not only training ourselves, but looking for ways to train our staff. How to resolve conflicts within your team. In order to resolve conflict, you got to hit them head on. Okay. The reality of it is, healthy conflict is a good thing within a team, within a leadership team, within an organization. If everybody is complacent, as everybody's always okay with whatever the results are, and they just kind of go with the flow, somebody's going to be disappointed, and somebody's not being honest with themselves. So if you really want to resolve conflicts, I think you got to create an open space and create a safe space for people to discuss that and discuss challenges and kind of, have a little bit of conflict with one another, healthy conflict, right? We don't want to have, sessions where people are just yelling and getting frustrated with each other. But if you create an environment in team meetings or staff meetings or sales meetings where they actually have a place to share some of their challenges, you can receive that as a leader, and you can receive that as a leadership group. And that's a great way to resolve conflicts with your team. And if something's really challenging, take it one-on-one and be open and listen and show empathy and care and do whatever you can to try to solve whatever challenge or conflict that it is, if it's solvable. Number 8, what is the most important leadership lesson you've learned? Man, I've learned so many leadership lessons. It's hard to narrow it down to just one. But at the end of the day, I think the most important thing in leadership is to take ownership of everything. Everything that happens, good, bad, or indifferent in my organization, ultimately is my responsibility. And if you're a leader, it's your responsibility. Everything that happens is your responsibility. So we have to take absolute ownership of everything. And it's a mindset. It's a concept that we really have to put our mind around and understand, that even if it's something that naturally, feels like it's somebody else's fault, I'm the person that hired that person. I'm the person that created the business. I'm the person that created the environment for them to make whatever mistake it is they made. So I have to take ownership. And I think that's the most important lesson in leadership. Number 9, how do you delegate tasks effectively? You just do it. I mean, you just got to find things that you're not necessarily good at, don't want to do, or that don't fit within your role as a leader. And I delegate them. So the way I talked about in one of my other earlier videos here was, was that I lead through empowerment. And how to do that is create a task, or create an opportunity, or create a vision, or create a goal for a specific thing, and then delegate the process, delegate the task to the person that you feel has the best ability or the best capacity to handle the challenge of implementing the thing that you want to help implement. And for me, it's like, if I hire a good team and I understand the strengths and weaknesses of my team, we do that through personality assessments and through a lot of personal development and self-awareness tools and exercises. If I know my team, if I know what they're capable of doing, it becomes a lot easier for me to just delegate a task and know that it's going to get done, and get done pretty well. Number 10, what is your approach to celebrating team achievements? Celebrate early, celebrate often. I love, progress, right? The journey is the destination, not the end goal. Like, yes, we achieve certain things, or there's always a big target or a big goal that we want to get to, but we need to celebrate the achievements along the road. So I'm a big believer that the journey itself, the daily journey of building leadership, building a team, building a business, growing a business, that is the destination. That's where the excitement comes. So we try to, celebrate often by doing team events and really building personal relationships outside of work with our team. And we have some awards that go around. We have peer-to-peer awards that we give out monthly. We have contests that we do quite a bit. We have, company barbecues. We have, quarterly events and trips and all the different things that we're able to do to celebrate achievements, because people love when they get affirmation, right? So as a leader, it's my responsibility to make sure that I affirm people, and I share my appreciation for them each and every day, and each and every month, week, and every meeting. For the listeners out there, if you've been listening to this, you've been watching this on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, make sure you go on to whatever podcasting platform you're on and subscribe there. If you're listening to the podcast, we actually film these on YouTube. So vice versa, check us out on both places. Again, like, subscribe, comment. We very much appreciate that. We're trying to grow this thing. And if you really did appreciate it, leave us a review. Throw a comment in there. We appreciate you. Let's have a great day. Take care, everybody. God bless.